Yo, what's up? Welcome back to another episode of The Source, and we are red hot right now, coming off last Sunday where I completely murdered the NFL slate. We've actually had 3 days in a row for NBA in the green as well. Update, that NBA winning streak is over tonight because Darren Fox missed 2 free throws with 2 seconds left, and Julius Randle is a piece of trash. Scorching hot. And I want to keep it rolling. Right now I'm talking college football, and you might be thinking, wait, did the bowl game start? No, they did not. We're talking Army versus Navy here. Let's go.
Welcome to The Source. The Source. The Source. Hey, get the Source.
All right, we got Navy versus Army in Metlife Stadium. The line is Navy plus 7.5. All the early action is on the Midshipmen here. I'm talking 73% of the bets, 78% of the money on Navy. This is as of Monday morning. Yo, so check this out. Do you want to see the weirdest money shift ever? So right after that, Monday morning, here we are on Wednesday night. The money swings way back towards Army. Line moves from 7.5 up to 8. But as soon as it hits 8, yo, here comes all that Navy money back, and the line drops all the way down to 7. So the books reacted both to the Army money and to the Navy money. I would say because they dropped it all the way down to 7, that the books might have a lean on Navy, but really not much to go by here. So let's cap this game. If you subscribe to this channel, you already know the first step. We're running the numbers to the spreadsheet. According to the analytics, the line for this game should be Navy plus 13.72. So that's a full 6-point lean on Army. Heavy lean on Army there. All right, let's do a quick breakdown of this game. And I'm going to start with being honest. I don't know this Navy team too well. I've only watched 2 Navy football games this year. I watched them play Cincinnati, and I watched them play Houston earlier in the year. The reason I'm saying, I actually watched the Notre Dame game. So I watched them play 3 football games this year. The reason I'm saying that is because I don't like to make YouTube videos with teams that I haven't watched, that I'm not too knowledgeable about. It makes me feel like a fraud. This Navy team, I'm just being very honest, I've only watched them play 3 football games this year. So I'm going to be going a lot off the numbers, which is very common with handicappers. It's not something that I do. All right, so it's Army versus Navy again. And so we already know we're going to see 120 carries in this game. We know it's going to be a miserable football game to watch. And I don't mean that to be offensive in any way to the armed forces or the military or anything like that. I'm just calling this football game what it is. It's a little on the boring side. So obviously, if you're taking a quick glance, Army's the better football team, or has been the better football team this year, I should say. A couple nice wins. They beat Western Kentucky, who was a solid team this year. They also beat Miami of Ohio, who in my opinion is the best team in the MAC, even though they blew it and didn't get a chance to go to the conference championship. It's the best team in the MAC, in my opinion. They also went toe-to-toe with Wake Forest and Wisconsin. So if you just glance at body of work, quick glance, Army's significantly better football team. But actually, Navy wins the battle as far as strength of schedule this year. The AAC was a tough conference this year, Houston and Cincinnati. If you go by team rankings, they do a rating for strength of schedule. Navy had a strength of schedule of negative 0.1. Army had a strength of schedule of negative 1.8. So not only do they have a stronger schedule, it's like significantly stronger according to those ratings. So obviously Army's stats are gonna look way better than Navy's. Do you want to know what one of Army's toughest games was? Home against Wake Forest. The final score of that game was 70-56. They lost by 2 touchdowns, still put up monster stats. So the numbers here may be extremely misleading. The question in this one is, how do these 2 teams look when they're playing against other teams that are run heavy with strong defenses? Because that's what both these teams are. And the game that jumps right out to me, and this is where you start to get a lean on Army, is that Wisconsin game. Army went into Wisconsin, only lost by 6. The final score is 20-14, and rushed for 179 yards on Wisconsin. And I mean, Wisconsin's the second best defense in the country, second to only Georgia. Running for 179 yards on Wisconsin, it is quite the accomplishment. So if Army was able to do that at Wisconsin, you would think bullying this Navy team around won't be too much of a challenge. But here's the thing, this Navy team went toe-to-toe in Cincinnati, and toe-to-toe is a broad term. The game finished 27-20. They played the 1 possession, and for the first half and a little bit of the second half, that was a football game. Like, Navy was playing them. So as much as we can put the spotlight on Army versus Wisconsin and be like, look at this game, we also could put the spotlight on the Navy Cincinnati game too. That's a playoff team right there. Listen, after much deliberation, I liked Army. I bet Army a few times this year. They gave me a couple nice cashes. But the thing is, a full touchdown in this low-scoring game. Did you know the total in the Army-Navy games? The under has hit 15 straight years. 15 straight. Toast hooked me up with that stat. 15 straight unders cashed in this game. Totals all the way down to 37. So how do we not take a touchdown? How do we not take a touchdown here? Give me Navy +7, lock it in. Final ticket posted on KyleKirms.com around 10:30, 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern time. We'll be posting stuff for all sports. We got a loaded college basketball slate tomorrow. Huge NBA slate at night. Actually, I don't even know how huge. I gotta look. Tons of sports tomorrow, all posted right on KyleKirms.com. Also, if there's any last minute changes, injury updates, money shift, line movement, anything like that, be sure to check it out. I'll put it on my Twitter, Instagram story, and Facebook. So make sure you check one of those 3 platforms before you place your bet. Our first Saturday without a slate of college football. It's a little depressing, but also we got college basketball just brewing. NFL is really heating up. We smoked last week, and I plan on smoking this Sunday too. Plenty of stuff to be excited about, a ton of money to make. I'll talk to you on Twitter.